Hey everyone, I'm Jeff Cohen with C-Level Roundtable. Welcome to our video blog today, and I'm with Rob Garry of SenseLinks. And you may have seen other conversations we've had about how their monitoring services are helpful in a variety of businesses. So welcome, Rob. We're going to have a very interesting conversation today. Please share with everyone a little bit about your company.
Sure, Jeff. Hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. So what SenseLinks does is we build solutions around IoT, the Internet of Things, and we really specialize in monitoring different types of circumstances. So we monitor everything from refrigeration systems in hotels and restaurants to monitoring the safety of housekeepers in hotels. We do fleet and asset tracking monitoring. We monitor soil levels and temperatures. We do lighting. We do over 400 different situations we actually monitor. And we put the whole solution together, including the hardware, the application, the data connection, so we can give a business one complete bundle solution when they come to us for all aspects of it, including the support.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Rob. So I told everyone we're going to have a special conversation today. What they don't know is that we're talking about a illegal substance in many places. We're going to talk about cannabis today. But cannabis industry is growing at a very rapid pace. A lot of people are getting in and they need support in a lot of different areas. Rob, can you share with us a little bit about the research you did as you started looking at helping businesses that are in the cannabis industry?
Sure, Jeff. Yeah. So like what happened is, some years ago, certain states started opening up, legalizing cannabis for medicinal purposes, right? So people that had different types of pain, they found that cannabis could be a relief to that. So they started opening up dispensaries, but you had to have a doctor's prescription, right? So that kind of started the path towards full legalization. Since that time, probably about 20 states have fully legalized it for recreational use. We can go into dispensaries, which are their stores, and buy all sorts of different types of candies and cookies, things like that, that actually have, THC in it. So it's created a whole new industry. And the way it's going is probably about 20, it's fully legal. A lot of other states, it's still medicine purposes only. And there's a small amount of states where it is illegal. But the lay of the land right now is it's still illegal with the federal government. So it's still considered a controlled substance. So you're not allowed to transport it across state lines. That's illegal. You're not allowed to use federally funded banks to keep your money in and to go for loans and things like that. So it's still got a certain stigma to certain people because it's not fully legal. And what that leads to is some certain obstacles. But at the same time, it's a huge growth opportunity. And we believe eventually it'll be legal everywhere.
Got it. So it sounds to me like what you're seeing around obstacles really are more still regulation, but also I would imagine that because of these obstacles, for example, a lot of these businesses are cash-only businesses.
Correct, exactly, which creates some challenges.
Well, yeah, and so just operating a business that's a cash-only business is very different in today's day and age where everything we do is on a phone or electronic, right?
Yeah. And especially around COVID, right? A lot of people are just not used to using cash these days.
Yeah, so you've got some very interesting obstacles you're dealing with. Regulation is another big one. But what are some of the things that you and your company are looking at doing as far as monitoring goes in order to help businesses that are dealing with just the challenge of being in business?
Yeah, well, the most obvious things that we're dealing with is working with the growers, right? They have their greenhouses set up. They have to have their lighting a specific way. They have to have the temperatures a certain way. They need the soil for growth a certain way. So we come up with a series of solutions that can monitor all of those things and let you know if any of those variables is off in any way whatsoever as soon as it's off, so you can get maximum productivity and maximum quality. The growers are one area where there's a huge opportunity for our type of solutions. Another one is the transportation, right? So we have fleet and asset tracking for tracking your, tracking your trucks all around the state, making sure they're getting to places on time, knowing if there's an issue. You can monitor the temperature in the cab and the, where you're transporting the cannabis. So there's lots of opportunities. And then at the dispensaries themselves, as well as the manufacturing plants, because remember, they're making gummy bears, they're making cookies, they're manufacturing all sorts of edible products. They're manufacturing non-alcoholic beer that is cannabis infused. So all these opportunities, things have to be monitored every step of the way, and we have solutions for all of them.
Well, it sounds like there's a tremendous amount of opportunity in this field, and SenseLinks is jumping in with both feet in order to help these businesses provide quality control and supporting them to ensure that all of the metrics that they need to monitor are tracked and alerts are provided when they're off, when the measurements are not where they need to be. Is that accurate?
That is accurate, Jeff. And one thing I really want to point out is we're one of many different types of businesses that are creating divisions and total focus on the industry. So some people specialize in just providing legal assistance to the cannabis industry. Some provide special accounting services to the industry, right? Because their needs are different than a standard business. And we specialize in monitoring solutions that are geared for the industry. So businesses like ours can create a total business within a business and be part of the growth, because what we're seeing analysts say is by 2025, this is going to be a $30 billion business. And by the time it becomes legal federally, you're going to have big companies, the types like a Coca-Cola, Anheuser-Busch type companies that will be investing in it too. So there's just a really huge future opportunity for everybody in this space.
Well, hey, thank you, Rob. I think this gives people just a little bit of an overview of what we see coming, but also what's available today for cannabis entrepreneurs that are building their business and knowing that they can come to you at SenseLinks for additional support and information. And so please take note of Rob's contact information below and reach out to him with any questions you may have.
Hey, Jeff, thanks a lot for having us. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. You have a great day.
You too.